This story is about two big countries of Westalis and Ostania, where a Cold War has been going on for quite a while. Daylight assassinations and spying is common in these two countries. However, one day a diplomat of Westalis gets killed in an assassination in Ostania. The higher-ups in Ostalias figure out that this is the work of the far-right party of the East, who is planning to take over the government and launch an actual attack on Westalis, a full-out war. They are left with only one option, which is not to start a war. The officials decide to let their very best agent to deal with extracting information to somehow stop the war, and the agent's codename is Twilight, who is extremely good at disguising himself. He puts his mission before anything else. It doesn't even take him a second to break up with his girlfriend, who was thinking about marriage. He breaks up with each at the moment they are no longer needed for the mission. The day he became a spy, he threw away the dream of marriage and a normal life along with his true identity. At a station in Ostania, Twilight exchanges a newspaper with another spy in disguise, where he gets the direction of his next mission. In his new mission, his target is the leader of the National Unity Party, Donovan Desmond, who is a great threat to the truce between the East and the West. Twilight's mission is to get close to him and prove any seditious activities, and in order to achieve that, he must get married and have a child. Because Desmond is extremely cautious man who rarely appears in public, he only appears at a school gatherings held at the elite private school his son attends. These events basically are informal get-togethers for upper echelon of industrials and political leaders, and he has to enroll his child into this college so that he could join these elite get-togethers and get close to Desmond. Due to the near enrollment deadline, he has only a week to pull this off. Twilight gets furious because of the demand of the spy headquarters. Now they want him to produce a baby in a week. However, he makes up his mind to take this challenge of having a proper family, which is required for the mission for the sake of a better world. The mission's name is Operation Strix, and its goal is to maintain peace between the East and the West, or perhaps the world. To commence his mission, he needs a home first, so he visits a house for rent and checks everything thoroughly if there are any hidden words, and soon finds out that there is nothing like that. Hence, he decides to take the flat and signs necessary documents. His new identity is Lloyd Forger, a psychiatrist. Next, he goes to an orphanage to adopt a child for his mission. The environment of the orphanage was terrible, seemed like the child up there had complicated past. While walking to the corridor, he thinks that if it were possible, he would have disguised himself as a child. However, no matter what a skilled spy he is, there is no way he can disguise himself as a child. He asks the owner of the orphanage that he would like to adopt a child who can read and write. Then the owner shows him a little girl named Anya. She is the smartest one they have got. She talks less, but a good girl. Never did he know that Anya is a telepath who can read people's minds. To prove her talents to Lloyd Forger, she solves a crossword puzzle just by reading Twilight's mind. Twilight gets astonished in this child's talent and feels happy thinking that she can easily get into the Eden College with this much talents. He takes her without having any difficulty about the papers, cause the owner was too eager to send her out from his orphanage. Anya happily accepts the proposal of being Lloyd's daughter because she already knows that Lloyd is a spy and there are so many adventures in the missions, and Anya feels excited about this. Lloyd takes her to his house, and Anya seems to be very happy to have her new home and a television. She tells her new father that she loves the show Spy Wars. He decides that he will do anything that needed to be done to look like a normal family. He had to maintain a good relationship with Anya until the end of this mission, and for that he must know about her properly, which will lead him to the success of this mission. Anya reads his mind that knowledge knowing her will help maintain the world peace. To help Lloyd, she tells him that she likes peanuts and dislikes carrots. Lloyd rethinks about the decision of adopting Anya, as she seems not that intelligent to him. Anya reads his mind and starts crying loudly, which catches everyone's attention. To fix the scene, Lloyd offers her to buy her peanuts and immediately she becomes happy. Anya gets tired of walking and tells that to her new father. Lloyd takes her to him and walks to home. To help him better understand about babies, he buys a bunch of manuals and reads them at home. Forger tries to make Anya study, but seems like she isn't quite fond of studying. However, Forger gets ready to head out of the house for work, and Anya tries to follow him in every way she could. Finally, Forger manages to get her locked in the house. He puts a barricade in front of the door and traps her inside. Then he goes to one of his acquaintances in Ostania, Franklin, who works for him as an information cutter and forging documents. Franklin gives Forger necessary papers for the upcoming entrance exam, as well as information regarding Anya's past. Just in the past years, she had been adopted and then returned back at least 4 times. Meanwhile, at home, Anya gets bored and thinks that spying isn't as much interesting as she thought. She, however, manages to stumble upon Lloyd's contact briefcase and sends a random signal that is intercepted by the same people from Lloyd that had taken the minister's picture. Their leader, Edgar, immediately recognizes that this is a signal from the east and sends his men to capture or kill him. They take Anya captive just in case Lloyd gets home and manages to subdue the 2 men who were there quite easily. Lloyd finds out and rushes to the place Anya was held captive. He disguises himself as one of the goons and skillfully sweeps away Anya, while the other goons were distracted. He takes her outside and convinces her to participate in a game to take a piece of paper to the nearby police station so that they can put her in a better orphanage. But soon Anya finds out that the man in disguise actually is Lloyd Forger and thinks his father is a very good liar. Lloyd goes back in and points a gun at Edgar's head and threatens him that he ever comes after him, he will kill him along with his lovely daughter. He then walks outside in his real form like a badass. To his surprise, he finds Anya near his house. Anya tells him that she played some tag games with an old guy and she is very scared. If Lloyd leaves her alone again, she is going to cry real out. Then Forger remembers that how hard it was for Anya that she was adopted 4 times but got returned each time. Anya Williams, Anya Levesky, Anya Roche. He tells Anya that he spotted a poisonous snake in the house yesterday and it's very dangerous to return there. That's why they have to move to another house. Anya smiles, thinking that his father is a huge liar, but such a cool liar. The entrance exam begins soon and Anya seems far too clueless in the exam hall. She has basically no idea about what is written on the question paper. She tries to cheat by reading other students' minds, but the rest are as clueless as her. With no other choices, she just guesses the answers. However, she lucks out and passes the entrance exam of the Eden College. That's how the first episode of the first season ends.